The following is a presentation of BiGGs Media Services.
Go for warmth. Go for beauty. Go for a show. Go for flavor. Go for perspective. Go for love. Go for tranquility. Go for thrills. Go for color. Go for good. Go for Puerto Rico. Go now.
For more information, the website is discoverpuertorico.com.
Are you ready? Time to play the game!
BiGGs Golf Talk for golfers.
You want to hear a nice golf joke? Yeah, I should have showed up and watched me play yesterday. I should be put on Chick Galore or something like that. A team named that. Scramblers. That's it. Scramblers, that's a team I should be on, because I was scrambling for my ball.
There's a golf shot. That's a golf shot.
Hey, when am I going to get the caddy?
The bag is bigger than you.
So?
That white one?
Yeah?
That's the one you're carrying.
Oh, man, that thing's a boat anchor.
I haven't had golf anything sinse high school.
No, that's you, not me. She likes to enjoy a beverage herself. Is that what you're trying to say?
I might be distracted. That's another story. Golf course and equipment reviews, golf news, guests, and lots of golf humor. When you need to drive for show,
Are you ready?
BiGGs Golf Talk.
I'm special.
Yes, you are, with a helmet.
So I got that going for me, which is nice.
It is showtime, baby. Here we go.
BiGGs Golf Talk is presented by U.S. Golf Challenge with Tito's Handmade Vodka. BGT also sponsored in part by ShotScope. Data is power. Oh, do we have news about ShotScope coming up really, really soon. Encore Golf, Photo Ball Marker, McNally 22, Ready Putt. Hey, Ready Putt stepping up to support our military families by donating $10 of every purchase back to Folds of Honor New Mexico through the month of July. Information on our website and at readyputt.com. Never putt with a dirty ball ever again. And help military families. Zalise CBD for golfers. Scorpion 21, feel the sting. Squares shoes, it's hip to wear squares. And UFO Tour Golf. Connect with BGT on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Golf Ball. Subscribe with us on YouTube and iTunes. We're available in the Google Play Music Store, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. Don't forget about your Amazon devices as well. Our website is www.biggsgolftalk.net or .com, BIGGS or .com. I am Big John Vick. She is the golf diva, Amanda Robertson. He is the golf father, Bill Quibas. And happy birthday, America! It is the 4th of July, and although America is in some sick mode right now, as far as the pandemic going on, COVID-19, obviously we started to go down, and now we're heading back up. Amanda, you're part of the world shutting the state down once again with shutting down bars and pools and things like that. What's your report out of Arizona when it comes to COVID-19?
Yeah, so we are officially back in it, folks. So the only thing that really has shut back down are the bars, like you said, the gyms, public kind of gathering areas. Restaurants seem to be okay. They're still doing the every other booth and whatnot, but we're back at it, folks. We are back at it. Experts
are saying, Bill the Golffather Quibas, your neck of the woods is now the epicenter of the second wave.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we started shutting down restaurants that are allegedly bars, based on their 50% or more of alcohol sales. So I don't know how alcohol sales actually changes the environment of 51%. But yeah, so they're shutting down restaurants. All of our movie theaters that were set to open up have now decided they're not opening up. The basic, we heard this week that Broadway, all the Broadway shows, done. They're all gone, all bye-bye. They don't exist anymore for the rest of this season. And stuff still keeps coming this week. Minor League Baseball, I know I saw a post from you. There's a lot of stuff. Everything's shutting down everywhere. And I think it's just the beginning. I think we're going backwards now. we had been going forwards. Everybody was in phase this, phase that, and now we're back to phase one.
At this time, the PGA Tour commissioner has stated that they are still going to compete and continue to follow the guidelines. Is there a chance that the PGA Tour could slow things down and come back and suspend things again? Absolutely. As you can see, it's not unheard of, and it's our, and somebody said it the best. It's our responsibility whether how fast we want this thing to go away and how slow we want it to stay. Also, I've been getting a lot of messages about the PGA merchandise show for 2021. Like I'm on the board or something. I'm not, but I do have this press release that has come in. So all those independent companies and all that stuff that's been in touch with me, I do have some news for you at this time. The PGA 2021 merchandise show is on. They are focused on actively reviewing and strengthening their plan in connection with the following 5 areas. 1, show layout and logistics. 2, physical distancing. 3, health screening and medical response. 4, cleaning, sanitization, and personal protective equipment. And 5, conference and special events. Now, with these areas as their framework, they are committed to instituting the measures described below, described in the press release that I'm reading from, and supplement the extensive guidelines and procedures of the Orange County Convention Center. And there's a whole list of them. We're gonna post this press release on our website. So if you have any other further information or you want to find out more information, you can go to our website at bigsgolftalk.net to read it more on what is happening. Now, can that change? And one of those
everything changes every day, every hour.
One of those things that they are going to be implementing is no handshake policy. So
I find that hard to. But
it's going to be so difficult to do.
That's going to be hard to regulate.
We could have a whole segment on that because how do you pull that off? They're still having demo day.
Yeah.
So we can't shake hands, but you're going to have everybody.
But you're going to touch golf clubs that other people have touched. Crazy.
Shoes, clothes. How do you take that aspect out?
Well, here's the thing, Billy. They have not said anything about demo day, which is set to take place on January 26th. Yeah. They have not said anything, but my guess is this: they will not allow people to swing clubs. I'm assuming it's going to be more of a display, and there's going to be maybe a representative from each company hitting clubs for them to see it. I don't know how that would.
I can't see that working. I couldn't even see that working. People go there because they want to hit the clubs.
Right.
Who's going to go there and watch somebody else hit the clubs?
Watch somebody hit them. Yeah, they're going to have to turn it into more of a teaching expo or something.
Well, and don't forget, the people that are going to the demo day, so people are saying, well, what about tickets? People are buying tickets to do this. No, they're not buying tickets. This is only by an invite only. So you have to be a golf professional, facility.
Or media.
Right, or media. You can't be the public.
Yep.
The public cannot buy a ticket to go to this, the PGA show
not demo day.
So
not the demo
before
day.
somebody sends me a message, well, they're buying tickets, they should be refunded, or
nobody's
buying tickets. Nobody's paying money out of their pocket except for to get to Florida, and they're there to if you're a PGA Tour. If you're a PGA Pro, teaching pro, you're there to get your credit in as a PGA teaching pro. So, but but
the companies, I can't see the companies paying that kind of, and I can't see the cost dropping. I see the cost rising because I saw the cleaning that they're going to talking about doing.
Right,
that costs a lot of money.
Yeah,
I don't want to be. I wouldn't want to set up as a vendor and spend all that money.
Yeah. And not have a return, not have anybody be able to test my product, not getting any corrected feedback, nothing.
Well, here's the other thing. Here's the other consideration. I don't know if this is talked about. I trust me, I don't know what their plan is. I have no idea. I'm just throwing a theory out there that if we do have issues and still issues arise where there's some kind of sanitation issue or concern, they just say no demo day.
It could do that. But even when you go inside, you got the hidden bays.
I mean, look at last year. Look at last year. Last year's demo day on an all-time low attendance because of the weather.
Well, yeah, it was. I mean, it was. But you saw it. We couldn't even do our work.
Right.
No, there wasn't. It just was a totally different feel, and a lot of people, like you said, were deterred. Like, you don't want to go out there if it's not what it is supposed to be, whether that's weather or whether that's the setup. Yep. So.
Because you have the golf carts out there.
I rather see them say no demo day, and certain companies like Wilson or whatever could say to other people, hey, well, let's have our day on a golf course, and let me show you some clubs on the golf course itself, and play around the golf, whatever case. Invite like 100 people or whatever the case might be. You know,
other people are doing that.
Yeah,
I'm waiting to see if they're going to continue on that route. Because the money may not be there for a lot of these companies.
Right.
It's a huge expense to get these things out. If they're not
at demo day too, do you rely on the staff of the convention, or do you rely that the companies are going to do the right thing? I mean, how do you go from one person swinging on the driver, and you know they only bring one, like a 12.5, 11.5, 9.5. You know, they only bring a certain amount.
Yeah.
And people are only hitting one. They're not going to have 20 different same thing clubs there. So you're not going to have 27 irons that's going to sit there and you're going to, rotate through
sterilized.
Right.
And
yeah.
No.
And you see how big the convention center is. And we can mention the fact that Callaway has a spot in there because they signed a contract for the next several years. So you have a contract like that. And the amount of space that they have, and the amount of space they have to fill, and the clubs that they put out, the golf balls they put out, the golf clubs, they put everything out there. How do you clean everything?
Right.
People are walking around. People are taking pictures. That's the whole purpose of it. If nobody could touch and move this and move that, I can't see it being a success, let alone people paying upwards of all that kind of crazy money to be there.
I just don't see it being something that's worth doing. No, and I think, unfortunately, sometimes you have to know. It's like when you're a kid and you really want to go do something, and it's like, oh, I don't want to wait. But sometimes it's better to know when to kind of shut it down, pack it up, and say, hey, let's have a double great one next year.
Right.
And the thing is, we have 6 months right now, so we don't know what's going to happen in 6 months.
Well, we don't know what's going to happen in 6 months, but Billy, companies, and especially like indie golf companies like Indie Golf was at demo day. They need to plan ahead, and many other different companies that don't have a deep pocket has to plan ahead as far as costs go and stuff like that. I'm thinking, and we have seen this, Billy, over the last few years, that companies are renting out practice facilities at golf courses.
Yeah.
And then the PGA Tour,
to a lot of things.
The PGA merchandise show themselves would not be responsible for how they handle that.
Yeah. There isn't, because we go to we go to parties, private parties, off center. We go to places like Top Golf. We went to the Shot Shack. We've gone to all these places to mingle with all the rest of the media and find out these new things as in addition to the show. Who's going to spend that kind of money? Because the same ones that we go to these private stuff, the private events, they're the same ones that are inside the show.
I'm thinking, and I don't know if this is plausible or not, but I'm thinking you just say no demo day. You have the actual show, no demo day, and that allows companies to book private events and invite media, invite PGA Tour professionals that they may know, or whatever the case might be. But you have these private events, and then you're in a more controlled environment, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, then we don't know what that particular event's going to be anymore,
right? And
how many people are going to be allowed to gather. I mean, we went from 10 people to 50 people, and then you went and you had, like, we just had that party that they threw, and it's all over the news. 28 people go to a party, 28 people test positive now for corona. Yeah. So all it takes is one person, and everybody got it. So do you limit it to 10? Do you limit it to 50? how do you limit it? How many parties do we go to that you have over 100 people? You have over 50 people.
Right.
And all it takes is one person not to know, or even two know. And you see, because even today's world, how many people actually know and don't care?
Don't care.
They'll still go out. They
100%.
Yeah, they don't care who they infect, what it is. It's crazy, this world today.
Well, the other thing, too, the other option, here's an option for you, and we only have about 60 seconds here. Here's another option for you.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody that wants to swing a club must wear 2 gloves.
Yeah.
Yep. Say that again?
Anyone that wants to swing a club at demo day must wear 2 gloves.
I could, you know,
2 glove gainy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, I think that would be good, right? But they're saying that if you touch something, you have it, it stays on that specific area. So you become a hazard, because now instead of switching your gloves, you can use your same gloves that you've been wearing to touch every other club. So the transference rate is incredible. I don't think that there's a way around that.
Yeah,
you're not going to swing with disposable gloves. I think there's too many variables right now, man.
Hey, if you guys have an idea out there, how can demo day be successful without contamination? Hey, give us a shout. Give us an email, info@BiggsGolfTalk.com, info@BiggsGolfTalk.com, BIGGS Golf Talk. All right, more Biggs Golf Talk coming your way. Hey, I want to also say thank you to Ready Putt. Ready Putt stepping up for the month of July, the whole month. And every purchase, no matter if you buy 1 thing, 20 things, 15 things, 10 things, every purchase, $10 will be donated to the Folds of Honor of New Mexico in support of our military families, and we can educate their legacy and honor their sacrifice. So thank you, Ready Putt, Jeff Lowe at Ready Putt, stepping up to help our military families for the whole month, not just this weekend, but the whole month of July. ReadyPutt.com is their website. More Biggs Golf Talk coming your way right after this.
Hey everyone, Biggs Golf Talk is now on iHeartRadio. Download the app for free or go to iHeart.com and search for Biggs Golf Talk. Be sure to save us as a favorite so that you'll know when we're on. Join the millions of iHeartRadio listeners and listen to Biggs Golf Talk. Golf Talk for golfers.
The United States Golf Challenge, sponsored by Tito's Handmade Vodka, is searching for the country's best 2-player teams to compete against International Field in the 54-hole Ryder Cup style event, known as the International Kings Cup, played in honor of golf's greatest ambassador, Mr. Arnold Palmer.
The 6th annual edition of the International Kings Cup will be contested in May 2021 at the Glasson Golf Club in Ireland.
The road to the Kings Cup begins with a national qualifier. 2-player teams compete in an 18-hole qualifier playing best ball using net scoring. The top 30% and ties at each qualifier will be invited to the USGC National Championship. Winning teams at national qualifiers have a chance to receive a free $950 team entry into the event.
With an open and a senior division, each having 4 flights, teams of all skill levels will compete for a spot on Team USA. The winning team from each flight at the United States Golf Challenge National Championship will be crowned and win the expense-paid trip to the Glasson Golf Club in Athlone, Ireland, as part of Team USA.
Do you have what it takes? For more information, the website is usgolfchallenge.com for all the details. That's usgolfchallenge.com.
This is a commercial for golfers. Take the next step to improving your game with ShotScope and discover your strengths and weaknesses. Analyze statistics on your clubs, tee shots, approaches, short game, and putting. ShotScope V2 is the golf watch that combines GPS distances with automatic performance tracking. Once you have it, you won't want to play around without it. Check out ShotScope.com to take your game to the next level.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to On Par with Amanda. Thanks for joining in on Biggs Golf Talk. We love having you here every week, and I get to spend just a little time with you guys. This week, for the 3rd time in a row, because of massive requests to keep him coming back, is Mr. Bill, the Golf Father Cuevas. And he is here with us again for another special treat for On Par with Amanda. How are you doing, How's it going, Mr. Cuevas?
It's going wonderful, Miss Robertson. Thank you for having me on your show.
Oh,
but we got the
such a treat.
trifecta. But if they keep with this overwhelming concern of having me on your edition, we're going to have to change it to on par. Well, maybe on Birdie, because I'm a little bit better than you. So, yeah, we'll have to be on Birdie with Bill Cuevas and on par with them. Yeah, we'll have 2 segments.
I love it. I love it. Well, it's always fun, especially right now. There's a lot of talk about COVID and all this baloney that we've been talking about for so long that this week I thought it might be fun to have a little chat about equipment. And golf equipment, that is. So with everything going on, let's talk about 3-woods. Now, I read a very interesting article about how they, as companies, are trying to weed out the 3-wood and trying to kind of put it into somewhat of extinction. A lot of people, as we know, 3-wood, when I teach or I tell people, 3-wood is the hardest club in the bag to hit. And I've never really, other than I know that it's a low loft, you're trying to pick it clean, it's a longer club, you're trying to generate all of these factors, but I've never understood really the details behind why it was so difficult and why manufacturers have a hard time making a 3-wood. But I read this really cute little article that explains it. So I guess I've never really thought about it. The 3-wood is one of the only clubs in the bag that the manufacturers have to create something that can not only perform off the tee, but on the ground. So yeah, we hit driver off the deck, but it's not really meant for that. So they just focus on making it the best off the tee that they can. So on the flip side, 3-wood is really the only club that is supposed to be equally talented from both aspects. So as a designer of the club, trying to create something great that can do both is now limiting people's ability to generate enough swing speed to get actual loft from it and to get the correct spin behind it. And that's the whole point of a 3-wood, is to drop the spin down and have it launch a little lower so you get tons and tons of roll. So, Mr. Cuevas, how do you feel about your 3-wood that I've seen you hit multiple times?
Well, you mean the one that you haven't seen me hit multiple times?
Well, the one I've seen really you attempt to hit.
Okay, yes. Yeah, you can tell them what you told me off air about my lack of hitting my 3-wood.
Well, I wanted 2 perspectives on this.
Yes, and honestly, yes. I'm feast or famine. I might get 1 out of every 3 or 4 shots with my 3-wood where it's actually really good off the deck. But what I found recently, which is really good, and I'm actually waiting for one to come, Wilson Golf. They came up with an FY club because after they did their research, they found that most people like me that are above 10 handicaps are having that problem. And they're bringing in the 5-woods and they're bringing in the 7-woods back, which before, when I first started golfing, I had those. I had a 5-wood. I had a 7-wood. And then they became like almost non-existent.
Right.
Because the 3-wood had the different lofts. But then all of a sudden, I can't hit my 3-wood as great off the deck. I could hit it off of, I could tee it up and hit it. But once I got in the middle and I needed a 200-yard carry, it was worthless. So then I would go into the hybrid as a 3 hybrid. And, okay, I might have a little more success, but I kept hitting it off the hosel. So I would hit a runner, low shot and stuff like that. So now they came out with this FY club for people like me and for people that are, above 10 handicaps that just can't quite, or anybody that just can't quite hit the 3-wood flush.
Right.
That aren't pros like you. Mm-hmm.
Well, and even for me, like you said, there's even though I hit them and I probably could get it airborne a little bit easier just because of repetition. I hit bad shots with my 3-wood. I played all last season without a 3-wood because I was hitting my hybrid far enough to put me in a spot that, on the ones that are short enough you can go for into, I was getting there with hybrid or iron anyway.
Yeah.
Or the ones that are too long, I didn't need a 3-wood. So I got to put another wedge in my bag, which was huge for around the greens and whatnot. Yeah. But I do know that. So when we look at long irons, it's very rare for people to play 1, 2, 3, 4 iron. And I know for a while I took the long irons out of my bag. Even I took my 5-iron out. But now that I'm a better ball striker and I'm generating more speed, I was able to put my 4 and 5 back in, and I love it. But I do know that just like with traditional long irons, the reason people struggle to hit them is they're not creating and generating enough velocity in their swing speed. So you can't, it is more difficult to keep that in the air for the allotted time to get you the maximum distance that club can. So that's a lot of times why people go, why hit my 6-iron longer than I hit my 4-iron? Well, you're not supposed to because of the loft, but you end up because you can't generate enough speed to maximize the carry.
Yeah. You're not getting the launch. You're not getting the launch.
You're
not maximizing it. Nope.
And they require a lot of speed. And that's why the guys on tour that are Dustin Johnson, who's swinging literally faster than any other person on tour, they're able to swing and hit a 3-wood so ridiculously far because they're maximizing that. For me, I can't swing to a 3-wood's true potential. So it's almost better for me to go and get something like this club from Wilson, or just play hybrids or a 7-wood. Even a 7-wood is awesome. I know a ton of people. My business partner, Mackenzie, her whole career, she was deadly with a 7 and a 5-wood and didn't really hit her 3-wood again, but it's a little easier to get the full maximization from it. So
it's a big difference. And that's why I look forward to getting those other ones, because I know personally that my 3-wood, I lose so many shots because I got to carry 180 and I got to carry water. And I think it's already in my head. Oh my God, I'm going to touch that 3-wood. And then what am I going to do now? So can I make it with my hybrid? Can I get over with my 4 hybrid? So there's a lot of doubt when I have it. So I know it's my launch because I can't get the ball high enough to carry that. And that's where the problem is for me. So I can see it happening for a lot of people. Where I used to love the 5-wood. I liked the 5-wood. The 5-wood was good. It was before the hybrids came out and everything else.
Yeah, when I started, I played a 7 and a 5, and I love my 7-wood. Like that was like kind of a mini fairway wood, like a hybrid. And I didn't have hybrids when I started playing. And hybrids just make it easier sometimes getting out of rough and allowing it to act like an iron a little bit more. But there are times that I wish, instead of like I said, I took my 3-wood out last year to free up a space because I wasn't gaining more than I was losing with a 3-wood. And that's coming from someone who, I should be able to hit it. And with that, but you also have to be, so they recommended that if you are going to keep a 3-wood in the bag, you need to make sure that it fits and suits you, not just physically, but mentally as well. If you do not feel confident stepping up in front of your 3-wood, you should not have it in the bag, because it is very tough to be not confident and try to generate. You're not going to swing as fast because you're going to be kind of iffy about it.
Yeah. And I'm proof of it. There's too much variations going on. But when you pure, you're like, yeah, I did it. And then the rest, you're like, oh man, there goes another ball.
Now, I want to know how they named this FY Club, because I could think of a few things it stands for.
Yeah, exactly.
So I would love to know the meaning behind that.
That's their new launch pad irons. Yeah. So I didn't get the gist behind it. They just new launch pad family of clubs, and their irons are they're called irons, but everything's launch pad. And let's see, the FY, prior to introducing the launch pad FY Club, they did testing, showed that a 41-inch shaft with a 19.5 face is the easiest to hit combination of loft and length for golfers that are in excess of 10 handicap. And it will replace the 3-iron, the 3 hybrid, and a 7-wood as well. So it's going to replace.
Well, I think that, with a club like that, you can be more confident, and golf is all about finding the equipment that you feel comfortable with and suiting your game. At one point, I couldn't hit I wasn't as good of a ball striker as I am now. And I didn't feel comfortable hitting a 4 and a 5 iron. So I pulled out, played 3 hybrids, which is kind of unheard of, but you have to do what suits you and your game. And too many people get caught up in, oh, well, he or she has this in their bag and he or she hits this club, but you have to do what fits you. That's going to take you to the next level. That's part of what separates, I think, the pros and the amateurs is not just the course management, but it's the equipment management of knowing how to rearrange your bag. Yeah. So
I have no problem taking that 3-wood out.
Right.
None. It's only there because of the fact that there's a slot.
Right.
So,
you're like,
other than that,
and I think
there's none.
There is sometimes that you hit your 3-wood and you're like, oh, wow. Like you just hit it perfect on the screws and you get that maximum out of it. And you're just like, oh my gosh, that's what it can do. It's just hard to make that a consistent thing over time. And so I think that's why we're starting to see the 3-wood kind of fade away because, if you're, I teach this woman who is mid-50s and her swing speed is not very high. She's athletic, but she's not super, super strong. And, she will never be able to get what she's looking for out of a 3-wood. She's better off hitting a couple different hybrids or a 7 and 5 wood that she can actually get up. She's going to hit those further than the 3-wood anyway.
Yeah. Because for somebody like me, I stopped hitting the 3-wood and I started laying up. I figured I'd rather lose a half a shot and get a really good third shot that's hopefully really close and save my par than start jacking with trying to do that. So
I agree. Well,
I'll let you finish your segment.
Thank you so much, the Golf Father, for stepping in and assisting per request from all your fans. We, as always, love having you on. So folks, look into your 3-wood and not saying to get rid of it for sure, but make sure it suits you. And we will catch you right here next week on Par with maybe Bill and Amanda, but On Par with Amanda. Write in, guys, and I will talk to you next week. And until next week, keep swinging for par.
Having a corporate or charity golf event? Backswing Golf Events can supply your tournament with personable, professional golfers to entertain and fundraise on the golf course. They can accommodate any size group, whether it be 3 players to 500. They are your team. From range lessons, Beat the Pro, and Pro-Am style roaming, they're making lasting memories one swing at a time. So make sure to check out backswinggolfevents.com or call us direct at 661-316-3093 and book your pros now.
In the folded flag, we see the heavy price of freedom. Nearly 9 out of 10 dependents of America's fallen and disabled soldiers do not qualify for federal scholarship assistance. The Folds of Honor closes that gap, already providing over 10,000 scholarships. Join us in this noble mission. Donate today at foldsofhonor.org. This is your call to duty.
Golf is a dirty game. It's time to clean it up with Ready Pot, the only putter cover with a built-in ball cleaner and magnetic surface. Clean balls roll accurately, meaning you make more putts. Sink more, swear less. Clean up your game with Ready Pot.
Welcome back to Biggs Golf Talk right here on Native Family Radio, iHeartRadio, Spotify, your Amazon devices, as well as your favorite podcast platform. Just search for Biggs Golf Talk. Big John Vick, along with the Golf Father, Bill Cuevas, and the Golf Diva, Amanda Robertson. And, oh, that's right, someone else we're going to have on the show today, and I'm looking forward to it. She is, and I'm sorry, man, I don't mean to rub this in or nothing like that, but she is the champion of Holey Moley. Chelsea Kinard is going to be joining us to start our second hour here on Biggs Golf Talk. And we're looking forward to having her on to talk about her experience. And Amanda, did you actually watch her segment, or was it kind of like that bitch?
No, I had no hard feelings because let me tell you, anyone that can do what it was required to do out there in the freezing cold and make it through all of that. I was just so proud of her, and she is tenacious. So I'm excited to hear what she has to say.
I want to know how it felt to play with Uranus.
Well, first off, I don't want to know how it was to play with Uranus. I don't think anybody wants to know how it was to play with Uranus.
I mean,
she rimmed that. She really did a good job rimming that Uranus.
Well, you know what was funny, and I guess we could razz her later on about it. One of the pictures that she posted on social media, she's like sort of like jumping in the air, and all you see is anus. You know?
Oh yeah. Right.
You saw it's anus. Like I was cracking up, and I wanted to say something, DMB.
And did you hear the guys talk about the whole show as whenever she came up to, boy, she really took down that Uranus. She really handled that Uranus. Yep. I mean,
yep. Yeah, because they were hounding on it, but it was a good episode and everything. It was
great.
It's going to be interesting to get the insight from her.
But did you guys see that lady in pink? She looked like she was pissed. She didn't get the proper relief from the trunk and all that. I mean, she was like, okay.
She was not a happy camper.
She's probably the only one, honestly, that I've seen on the show that's been unhappy.
Yeah.
Because everybody else that we've seen on the show, that have had their spots. Even, one of my favorite episodes was the twins.
Yeah.
Did you
those
see
two
the
big
twins?
guys.
It's like 2 episodes.
Yeah, they had to ride the gopher.
One fell down before he even got to the cannon.
I don't even think the gopher got started and he fell off.
Yeah, so I was like, what? Okay, so you got those, and I'm like, this is pretty cool. So this year, I'm enjoying it a lot more. I don't know if it's because Amanda was on it and Chelsea's on it. So I have no idea.
Hey, Amanda, what are your thoughts about the BGT crew, the men of the BGT crew, going for season 4?
Oh boy. Wish you all the luck in the world. Can't wait to watch this. And I hope you get the zip line.
Oh my God. Did you see that guy? Oh.
Well, you heard what she said, Big. She said she hopes you get the zip line.
I said the crew.
I'm just saying, I can hold on. I'll be able to hold on.
I'm telling you, it picks up speed as you go. And when you get to the last, 15, 20 feet, I swear it picks up extra speed and slams you into it.
I'm going to use psychology. I'm going to let go. I'm going to let go because I know that my partner in crime is not going to make it across. So we're both going to start at 1. I am not going to hit anything on that pole.
No.
I'm not wrapping my legs around it. I'm not doing any of that.
This year was definitely more aggressive with all of the stuff. So,
and I'm sure that it's going to get worse. As their creative minds, get to going. So I'm just going to play smart. I got you, Biggs. I got your number, bro. I'm taking you down. I'm advancing. I'm already advancing to the championship. We haven't gotten there yet, and I'm getting.
I think Billy's favorite challenge would be playing with Uranus.
Not with yours. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I would concede. That would be a pass. You'd win.
I like to see Billy rim that Uranus.
Love it.
Nope, absolutely not.
He said nope.
Nope,
no, I think I'm excited to hear from, Chelsea. And
what? Hey, Biggs, can we make your anus the phrase that pays?
Yeah, why not? Hold on.
That's it.
Hold on.
The phrase that pays.
Hold on.
Play it. Do it, Biggs.
The phrase of the week. Uranus. Speaking of phrase of the week, the winner of the Indy Golf Stingray Wedge, Aaron Ellis, a first-time winner here and a long-time listener, follower of BiGGs Golf Talk on social media, and Aaron has won. Aaron, you have 7 days when you hear this podcast posted. You have 7 days to email us, bigsgolftalk@gmail.com, and let us know you acknowledge you are the winner. We'll get some information from you, and we'll get you your Stingray wedge from Indy Golf right out to you. Congratulations, Aaron. Aaron's been a follower for many, many years, man. I'm surprised that's the first-time winner for him. Yeah, wow. All right.
Congratulations.
You know, with COVID-19 resurfacing and many things are getting shut back down and kind of reduced, golf is still happening everywhere. I haven't heard of any states that has suspended, play or anything like that, but I think golf courses are doing all the golf courses that I have been to have doing a fantastic job with practicing social distancing, mandatory masks when in the pro shop, only limiting 5 people at a time in the pro shop, no matter what that distance.
We got
social,
one.
Yeah,
we've been doing one at the golf clubs over here. They've been doing one, so that's how on top of it they are. I mean, I love the job that they're doing is phenomenal.
With that said, many people, including PGA Tour pros, people competing in contests, are traveling abroad and using different means of transportation. One of the things I did want to talk about was the transportation aspect of when you're traveling and all that stuff. How do you protect yourself? How do you keep yourself safe? And that's the thing about this whole pandemic is keeping safe and not only protecting yourself, but allowing yourself to protect others as well that's around you. I want to talk about 2 airlines that have decided to open up the middle seats for sale. I think that's the wrong decision, especially right now when we see stuff being reduced again. American Airlines and United Airlines have stated and currently are selling middle seats. And let's get your guys' opinion on it. Too soon?
I think it's forever too soon. I never want someone sitting in the middle seat up on me.
Pandemic or no pandemic?
No pandemic. I don't want you sitting on me.
Right.
It's just crazy to me. Like that they have to cram pack. And I get it. It's revenue. That's a lot of middle seats. I get it. But then you need to make the airplane bigger.
Yeah. Absolutely. Southwest, by the way, my favorite airline to fly. Southwest has committed. They are not selling any middle seats through September 30th. They are committed to that no matter what happens.
And they keep updating. That's what you want. You want people to keep updating as it goes. I know it's difficult, but it's safer. Is a better bet. Once you start selling those seats, what happens when you don't have now? All of a sudden, you got to take it back.
Yep.
So I learned that a long time ago. It's always easier to tell your kids no and change that to a yes than say yes and change it to a no.
Amen.
Mm-hmm.
Also, some tips and for you guys when you guys do travel, research wherever you're traveling to and find out if you have that 14-day that you guys must be staying wherever, a hotel, house, or the case might be, but quarantine for 14 days. I know Hawaii is one of those states that you have to be quarantined for 14 days. What about you guys? What have you guys heard?
Well, most people that are visiting here in quarantine, they're quarantined on the beach. They're renting beach houses. They're renting on the properties of these resorts that are on the beach. So where they wear their mask, and you hope they wear their mask, and they quarantine. But are they doing it? You have police to micromanage it? No. I heard a funny story the other day with Florida. Florida has a checkpoint when you come into the state, but they have it on 95 coming down, right? So you know how our GPS always says, "Oh, there's traffic ahead. Let's reroute you," right? Well, that GPS is rerouting people away from the checkpoint a little bit longer, but saving them time and the harassment of giving their information, where they're staying, ID, and everything else. So it's actually defeating the purpose because the phone is telling people, "Yo, there's a roadblock up ahead. Go this way."
Yeah.
Cheers.
So it kind of defeated the purpose, but I found it. I was like, wow. It's like, really? Like, yep. So some people get hit with it. The other people are getting detoured around it, depending on the day, the time of the traffic. And it's a system that's not going to work, not here. But now it's funny because nobody wants us anymore. Before, Florida didn't want New York. We didn't want this. We don't want that.
Right.
Now you got.
Now you're the ugly stepchild.
Yes. Now the New York governor is telling our governor, shh, they're doing the Patrick Reed. We don't want to hear what you got to say now. Now you stay there. We don't want you. So how do you like it?
No.
So it's tough.
Amanda, you're pretty health conscious, and I'm sure you're taking the steps that you need to take. what do you offer for the listeners, the golfers out there, as far as common sense and sensibility?
Well, I always say you can't teach common sense, but with that said, and there's a lot of people that lack it, but with that said, just as far as travel, if you are going to travel, which I know some of the girls that work for me are traveling and so forth, if you are trying to travel, just be extra cautious of what's going on around you. Don't just think, oh, well, I can go and do, this is the time to be more aware. People are so aloof in the airports. This is the time to really buckle down and pay attention and keep your distance and grab your stuff quickly and wear your mask and wash your hands. And I mean, it is common sense. It's not rocket science.
And one step further, wear your mask the right way.
We went
the right way.
Wear it properly.
Yes, and that's huge.
I need to always also state, if people are using these surgical masks that you get, like what the hospitals have, folks, those are disposable. They're good for a one-time use, not to be used over and over and over again. That is why you should buy yourself a box of those if you want to use those, and you
wash your cloth mask.
Exactly,
Yes.
because
of the mold buildup.
It's still. If you have droplets on that stays on that mask. You're defeating the purpose. You have to sanitize and wash, just like hygiene. Mm-hmm. Continuously wash your hands. Continue to wash your face. You know, don't touch your face. Yep. Same with the PPE stuff that you're using. That stuff needs to be cleaned. If you just have it, and how many times, guys? The number one mirror decoration lately is a mask. I don't know if you guys are seeing this too. When you're driving down the street, people have their mask dangling from the rearview mirror. Have you guys seen that? Mm-hmm. That also, you're contaminating that mask when it's just dangling there.
And that's what I'm saying. I mean, people aren't following. I mean, it doesn't make sense. A lot of stuff doesn't make sense. I mean, right now with everything that we're going through, and it continues to rise. The death rate has dropped, and there's the numbers are saying the death rate has dropped. While the amount of cases, even in Florida, we've more than doubled. But now they're saying...
But see, also, let me just say this regarding that, is they're encouraging everyone. So you don't even have to have the symptoms. So more people are just taking a test just to see if they have it. So those numbers go higher and higher and higher because there may not be any symptoms, but they're still getting tested because now what they're saying is we have enough tests to test everybody. So everybody go get tested.
And they were saying that it was just a dump because everybody had gotten tested at different times, but yet it didn't get inputted into the system all in one shot. So that's why we had that huge spike in numbers, which is a good possibility. You know what I mean? The thing is, just be safe. A lot of people aren't being safe. I mean, 25,000 complaints in Tampa for the way the restaurants are running and the way that they're overfilled and the way that they're not. Because if you have every table filled in your restaurant, you're not
the social distancing. Yeah.
I also think this is a really opportune time, and I know it's hard for some people, like, you know, I'm so shy and forthcoming. But with that said, this is the time. Okay, guys.
She made a joke. She made a joke, folks.
This is the time to speak up and to say something. So we were out in the store, or not the store. We were at like a little takeout place, and we were picking up some stuff. And we go in, and two people walk in without a mask. Now, it clearly says you have to wear a mask to come into the store, or they will come out curbside and help you. And no one that worked there said anything, did anything. And so, you know me, I was like, hey, like, not going to fly. So anyway, this is your time to definitely step in, and it's okay to say something. Be forward. It's okay. We need people to wear their mask and do the proper etiquette.
Yep. All right. We need to move on here. Coming up next is the Holey Moley champion, Chelsea Kinard.
Of her show.
Yeah, of her show. Right. She moves on to the finale.
There you go.
Yes. I predict it right now. Chelsea Kinard will win the finale and win the $250,000. I'm just saying.
I'm going to predict that the winner will be the winner. Just saying.
Oh, boy.
We are all winners.
Bob.
We are all winners here on Biggs Golf Talk as we head into the second hour right here on Biggs Golf Talk. We'll be right back right after this. A golf ball that performs for you. The Encore Avant 55, hot off the tee, a formulated core that delivers more energy and utilizes soft cell technology to achieve ultra-low 55 compression. This blend of innovation and simplicity provides more distance and greater feel. The Caliber, maximum accuracy. A patent hollow metal core creates significant rifle spin while reducing side spin, allowing the ball to travel along a straighter trajectory. The Encore Elixir Tour Ball, hot list winner. The premium cast urethane cover delivers a soft and pure feel off the club face and gives the Elixir ultimate greenside control, durability, and unmatched putting performance. Be sure to check out their combo packages and sign up for the loyalty program. Gift cards are also available. For more information, their website is www.encoregolf.com. And be more with Encore.
Golf Dots is a unique, high-resolution ink transfer to personalize your golf game. Golf balls, golf shoes, clubs, Golf Dots can personalize it for you. Golf Dots conforms to USGA rules and doesn't alter the trajectory of your golf ball. Tour proven on all major tours, Golf Dots is designed and made in America. Many styles to choose from that will fit every golfer's personality. New styles are being released on a regular basis. To order your Golf Dots, visit www.golfdots.com and enter promo code BIGJOHN15, that's Big John, BIGGJON 15 for a discount on your Golf Dots. Golf Dots is available in many golf shops, such as the PGA Tour Superstore. The website for Golf Dots is www.golfdots.com. That is golf.dots.com, or call 847-829-4238. Personalize your golf game today with Golf Dots.
Hey, this is Boxer Shorts, and I've got some big news. Biggs Golf Talk is now on iHeartRadio. You can download their app for free or go to iHeart.com and search for Biggs Golf Talk. And make sure while you're there that you favorite us so that you'll know when we're on. Join all the other millions of listeners on iHeartRadio and listen to Biggs Golf Talk. We're the best. Right.
This is Big's Golf Talk with Big John Vick and Bill the Golf Father Cuevas.
Welcome back to Big's Golf Talk, right here on Native Family Radio, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and all your Amazon devices. Big John Vick back with you, along with Bill the Golf Father Cuevas, in the segment sponsored by Scorpion 21. Feel the sting whenever you wear Scorpion 21, and you can make your friends feel the sting too on the golf course, and they see you in that Scorpion 21 shirt, they will definitely feel the sting. Scorpion21.com is the website. Billy, you know what? I'm really excited for our next guest. You know, it's not too often that we can actually come on a golf show and say a particular golfer had conquered Uranus.
Yes. Uranus got conquered. We got to see the extra rings. Woo! It was perfect.
Ladies,
I think that was one of my favorite episodes.
I think so. I was just telling Chelsea during the commercial break, and ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce her, and I'll say what I was telling her during commercial break. Ladies and... Hold on. Let me do this properly here.
Yeah, do it properly. Come on, man. Yeah,
ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I introduce you to the phone line here. She is the Holey Moley champion of episode 6. Ladies and gentlemen, Chelsea Kinard.
He blew
Thanks
that.
for having me, y'all.
It only took 12 takes, and he still messed it up. Dude, you forgot the bow tie.
Bow power.
Come on, man. You can't forget that. That's like it's on TV.
Bow power, yes. Yes.
Bow power.
Come on. You messed. Yeah, man. You're lucky this is live. Otherwise, we're gonna have to do it all over again.
Chelsea, conquering Uranus, kind of the first challenge you had to go through, and therefore moving forward into round number 2, and then making it to the finale. Congratulations for one, green jacket, golden putter, champion of episode number 6. You move on to the finale of the $250,000 putt. How do you feel?
I am, first of all, thank you, I guess. Thank you. I am overwhelmed. I'm ecstatic. I have been emotional. It has been more than I could have ever imagined.
Wait a minute. You're emotional?
Right? I know. That didn't show on TV at all, right? No.
I'm just going to say, stay away from the caffeine.
I'll tell you, out of all the years...
That is the thing. That I tell people this all of the time. I don't need alcohol and I don't need caffeine because what you saw on TV, that's me. Because I had zero. I had zero caffeine.
I gotta tell you, out of all the years that we've known you, I have never seen you have so much energy like you did. And then I thought, wait a minute, I see steam coming out of her face when she's breathing.
Yeah.
Her breath coming out. I think she's trying to keep warm. That's what I think she's trying to do.
There's that too. Yes.
She appreciated that fire breathing dragon.
Oh, I bet.
Oh my! And I've told people this when we were introduced to that obstacle.
Yeah.
Before we knew the exact detail of what was going to happen, all of us stood at the base of the platform when we saw no water. And all of us were just like, yes,
no water.
No chance to fall in freezing cold water. We don't even care what has to happen. Like, we had no care. We just were so grateful. We didn't have to worry about water. And I will tell you, my anxiety went from up here to down here because I knew I was going to stay dry.
Well, I got to tell you that even when the fireballs came across your way and you got set on fire, you still look calm. So you could see that anxiety level from high, and you get to that hole, and then you were more relaxed, and you could see that you were focused. Yeah,
I will say this. Yes, I was more calm because I didn't have to worry about water. But I will say this. I will take it to my grave that it was very beneficial for me to see Cynthia go first.
Yeah.
Knowing what that fire entailed, which obviously we were told, we were warned,
right.
the whole bit. But I'm standing courtside, if you will, watching what's going on. And so when she stepped up onto the platform to get ready to putt, and that first fire blast on her face, seeing that firsthand, I knew what to at least expect.
Right.
I knew it wasn't for sure that it was going to happen that way to me, but I knew that could potentially happen to me. Mm-hmm. And so having that been done that way, and if I would have gone first, I think maybe things would have been a little bit different. But hey, I embraced what was in front of me. I just, like I have said through this whole thing, it just was such a fun experience, and I was going to live it to its fullest. And knowing I had my mom, and Dave was courtside, and I was just in the moment, and I was doing everything I could to get the ball across the other side of the bridge and won.
Yeah, because
so I didn't have to be on fire for too long.
Right.
Yeah,
and I succeeded.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Well, and then you actually turned to a fan, and you're like, hey, "You want to switch spots? You want to do this instead?"
That was cool. I don't think your competitor was too happy. She was hyperventilating.
No, she did. And
when I was looking at her, I kept seeing the movie American Pie, Sticker's mom. That face.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at her. I'm like, wow. She is not. She has to be the most unhappiest competitor.
Yeah.
On all of.
Well, and what you didn't see on TV was she did. She legit hyperventilated. They had paramedics on the side. She was convened on the other side of the bridge. We had earpieces in because we couldn't hear, obviously, what's going on the outside. Yeah. And so as soon as we walked up to the horses to get ready to go on the platform, she was a disaster. She was a mess. And our executive producer was in our ear the whole time telling her, Cynthia, it's okay. There's stunt artists to the side. There's paramedics to the other side. You've got to breathe. You've got to take deep breaths. Because she was in absolute hysterics.
Yes. It looked.
Yeah. So when she got set on fire, and then she kind of lost the wits about her and couldn't figure out how to get across the bridge. So she just was on fire for a really long time. And so when they got her to the other side, obviously they edited that portion down, and there was a good amount of time that now I'm having to stand and wait on the other side in my suit, hot and bothered.
Oh, wow.
And waiting for everything to happen on the other side to get her calm for then me to be able to putt. And that was probably the hardest, because now that's time for my head to start spinning. I just wanted to get up there and go. But I had to wait for all of that to calm down, because she didn't realize, as she said afterwards, she didn't realize she was claustrophobic.
Oh, wow.
And so she did not realize she was claustrophobic. No. And so once she was in that suit, and I'm not claustrophobic. I mean, I've laid in tanning beds. I've been tucked into, tight spaces, and I've just never been bothered. And I will say, even with my own experience in that suit for a really long time, it definitely makes you appreciate your firefighters and all of those in your Nassau suits and that kind of stuff, because it's tight quarters and it's hot and breathing your own air. And I definitely felt for her, and it's kind of bumming that it had to go down that way. But hey, we both had the same circumstances, so you've got to figure a way to get over it. And thankfully I did.
One of the things that I did notice about the lady in pink was she was not happy with her lie of her golf ball, and she asked for a relief, and the marshal just barely moved it. And you could just see the look on her face like, you son of a...
That's it?
Yeah.
She asked.
If you look at her lips when she's talking, that's what it looks like she's saying. That's it. She had that look.
It is what she said.
Yeah.
She said it loud and clear for us all, at least there to hear. And she said, that's it. And you could tell at that moment, it was over for her and her putt. I still had to make mine, but it was over in her mind right then and there. And that's where the difference of my career versus what she's gone through, where it did help me. Mind games, mindset, me being able to see her start to go down that spiral, me still being in my good mental space, helped me get my way.
You could just tell when they flashed to her when you made your putt across the bridge, and then they flashed to her. You could just tell she checked out. She was
checked out
done
before that.
Yeah.
Checked out
She was
before
not
that.
a happy camper.
No, I think Chelsea got her confidence when I beat her in that breakdancing contest at 18. Yeah, I think that's what happened. She wasn't expecting it. She wasn't expecting this guy to go bust those moves, and I think it helped her for a future career. That's
For
the story.
sure. Yes, absolutely.
Now the other girl that you played the first round, the one that you beat convincingly.
Sarah.
That was pretty easy. I wasn't like, yeah. You know,
I think Chelsea was bow power. I think the first round she was thigh power.
That's what she said.
I will say that she has become a very, very good friend of mine. We were very quick friends on set, and when we found out that we were going to have to play each other, we were both sad because we knew one of us had to go home. And
So
her
your
and I hung
legs
out in
gonna
the
get
tent
like
a
hers?
lot. Say again?
Is she going to train you to get her legs like your legs?
I have asked her to help me hit the ball far. And that is going to be part of it. She is a long drive girl, and that woman can hit a ball really, really, really far.
How tall is she? Because she didn't look very tall on TV.
She looked like she's only like 5'3" or something.
She's probably 5'4".
5'4", yeah.
Oh, okay.
5'4". Yeah. She's an
So
athlete.
you can see in those thighs when she was doing those squats, 245, something like that. She had like 3 plates going on, so which I put at 315. So
I'm very
I was
confident
like,
walking down an alley with her. Yeah.
So after conquering Uranus, and hearing all the jokes too from the commentators, I think we have better jokes here on Big's Golf Talk regarding Uranus.
I think so too.
But
they silenced the other guy.
So after conquering Uranus,
Well, and you have to realize too, I was the first contestant to make it across.
yes.
So I think that kind of took them for a loop too, because I was pleasantly surprised too, because that's where I think a lot of my anxiety was coming from, because I was terrified of what they were going to say and annihilate me on that, because their booth is literally directly behind me.
Oh, gotcha.
Where they were
Yeah.
able to commentate from. And so I was terrified of what they were going to say. And I think making it across, they just were like, wait a second, they weren't ready for that kind of twist. And because I want to say,
I think you had a
it was
good
just me
plan.
and one
I
other
think
contestant.
to hand the more you have on the balls, which is hands and knees or whatever the case might be, that was a good. I don't know if you planned it that way, but it was a good plan. It was a smart plan.
Once I made it onto Earth, and I made it onto Earth on all fours, that's when my game plan changed. And I said, we're finding all fours on every single planet, and that's how we're getting across.
Because
I
I think
originally wanted to just run as fast as I could to get across and just leap with momentum. But with how cold it was and how tense I was and how slippery the balls were, I knew I just had to find all fours and I would be able to get across. And
He made fun of you for that.
and that's the thing, because it seemed to me that more weight forward would help you on that than trying to run across and you're standing straight up, or your weight's backwards as you're running across.
Which is what happened to Sarah.
Yeah, exactly.
Sarah, went with both of her feet and fell backwards.
Yeah.
She had the strength. She had the haps. There's no ifs, ands, or buts with that. But because she just went with her feet and that momentum just didn't take her forward, it took her back in the water. So, which of course we didn't get to practice any of that.
Right.
It's all game time decisions.
Yeah.
So
going into the final round on hole 2, talk about what your game plan was on that hole.
I had already settled in my mind I was going in the water. At our time of filming, not one person had made it across yet.
Yeah.
So we just, both Tiger and I, we both talked, we'll see you on the other side, sopping wet, because we just didn't think there was a chance to get across. Now, we didn't get to see, like we could on the others, anybody doing the obstacle. So when we stepped up there, it was the first time as far as what was going to happen. And so in my mind, I just wanted to get off the line as fast as I could. I knew if I could get off the line quick, that's what was going to help me, because in reality, I have 0 speed. The Kinard Bach gene is not speed.
But it looks like your strides were long and
longer.
Right. And you were able to get and get across there, where I thought I saw Tiger get clipped by the luchador potty, and I thought he was going to go in, but he actually kept going. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, momentum kept him going forward, and again, I think that kind of threw them for a loop for us first two to make it across dry. No one had made it across yet, so to have that little bit of a change of pace. But you know what? I really don't care, because I'm telling you what, that obstacle, so we got to practice putting during the day, but we didn't get to do the obstacles, as I said, and so I didn't even practice the putting when we could. I literally stood behind the porta potties for the 25 minutes that we had, and I practiced sprinting behind the porta potties. We didn't get to practice on the strip, so I didn't know how wide that was going to be. I didn't know how that was going to be, but I just wanted to practice my sprinting and how many steps it was going to take for me to get across without getting clipped. And that was one of the biggest things I couldn't wait to see on TV, was my reaction, because I was ecstatic that I was not wet and or got whiplashed into the water and broken this or that.
Yeah, that pretty outfit of yours and your bow never got wet once, which was a good thing.
It did not. It did not. I never had to see hair and makeup more than just when we were in the tent.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I was waiting for you to get pounded.
I thought both of you guys. I thought Tiger and you.
No,
I thought for sure this is the final round. Both of you were going to get wet, because Tiger was not wet at all either throughout the whole round.
Because I was watching those big guys get blown away and thrown out, and I'm like, well, Chelsea, she's been working out. She probably weighs about $115 if she's lucky. When that door opens, if the wrong one opens, she's gonna be flying back to Uranus. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm like, she's going back to Uranus. Let's see.
Oh, Bill, I think that's why my anxiety was so high, because I was picturing those things. Like,
I was
God, this is going to look like on TV. I am going to go flying. Like, there's no mercy on those animals coming out of the porta potty.
No.
And at the speed that you're running, I was going in the water. And the biggest thing was, like, I knew I would get kicked at the end, and where you went into the water was so far away from where you had to swim out of. And so even just like the thought of that, of having to be in this cold water for such a long period of time, it all was going through my mind, y'all. Terrified, could not breathe. Like, the anxiety was off the charts.
You and Tiger,
we couldn't tell.
You and Tiger had different putting ideas. You kept it short. We talked about this during a commercial break, I think, which is the smartest move I have seen on that particular challenge, where some people want to even go past that little post, that says restrooms on it. And Tiger tried to do that. Tiger tried to put himself through that area. You kept it short, where you gave yourself a straight shot. Talk about your mindset and where you wanted your putt to be.
All I really was trying to do at that point in time was keep my ball dry. I didn't want the penalty. I didn't want to set myself up for already a penalty when I knew I was going to get a penalty for going in the water myself. Because at that point in time, obviously, I'm still dry, I hadn't run yet. So I just wanted to make sure my ball stayed in play. And if that meant short to give me a decent putt, I knew I was confident enough in my second putt that as long as I set myself up for a look, I'd be okay. And it was shorter than I wanted, I will admit. But it did work in my favor of at least giving myself the best look to make a second putt. And I think that's where Tiger just failed, of him seeing my ball so short. He felt like he had to hit it a little bit harder. And what you can't see on TV is that strip between the porta potties and the water. All of that goes towards the water. And so he tried to hug that left side as much as he could, and sadly got caught behind that post. And if anything, he probably should have tapped it towards the water to have the same look that I had. But I get it. In that time, it's hard to really maneuver your way through. And he's just thinking safe at that point in time to get himself at least a look for, to hole out number 3. But I'm grateful for where I ended up. And yes, my second putt was short, almost in the hole. But same thing. I wanted to make sure my ball stayed up because I knew I had it in the bag so long I did.
I got to say, I screamed at the TV when your ball didn't go in because it's right on the – it looked like it went to the lip and then went backwards a little bit. I'm like, no!
And I was like, if Uranus moved just one more revolution around, we would be in the hole. I was like, yes. I remember that.
I think at that point, I can say this now. I'm not sure. Maybe in the moment it would have been a little bit different. But if that putt, my second putt, would have gone in, I think I would have jumped in the water and accepted it, because that was my last hole of the night.
Right.
I knew I was headed to the finale. Like, it was all over. I had my green jacket and I was dry. Like, I would have done it for TV, because that's obviously what they're pushing in your ear. You got to do it for TV. You got to do it for TV.
That's what that's what the twins did.
Yes, they did. Yes.
They're like, you ready? Let's go celebrate. I was like, nah.
Yep.
All right, really?
Not in that cold weather.
We only have about 2 minutes here, so I have kind of two questions in one. Question is, your favorite challenge. Question number 2, your least favorite challenge and that you're happy not to have done.
Oh, man. I would have to say the shark. Oh, man, it's tough. The shark, the pole, and the diving. Those 3, I am so thankful I didn't have to do. And I am so glad I got to do Dragon's Breath. There's a lot of contestants that are jealous that we got to do that. That's something I will never get to experience ever.
Right.
And to be able to be involved in something like that is something that I'm very grateful for.
I'll tell you, Bill and I's least favorite is that zip line with the pole. That is our least favorite as a man. I'm just saying.
I already tell you, we're talking about trying to make it in 2022, 2023. And if they have that zip line, I'm letting go. I'm going in the water. I'm not trying to hit nothing with my legs. No, I'm just
Can you imagine for season 4 BGT Crew being on that show?
It would be pretty intense. It would make for some really good TV.
I think they should burn you.
I have no doubt with that.
Yep, I think we're gonna roast BiGGs. Hey, and you're used to going to those bathrooms, so imagine when that door open up, you'll be ready.
You know what?
It's true.
I'm so big and strong that when they open that door, I'll push them right back inside of it.
Wait, did you say strong? You said strong?
Strong.
Where?
Yeah.
Who said that?
Hey, Chelsea, thank you so much for joining us here on BiGGs Golf Talk. Once again, congratulations. And let me just be the first to say and invite you when you win the $250,000, because you're my pick to win. When you win it, right back here on BGT.
Absolutely. But like, he picked you to win. I did the smart thing. I said whoever wins will win. I think that's the safest way to go.
True story there.
That's my pick.
Statement.
The winner will be the winner. That's all I'm saying.
Ladies and gentlemen, champion of episode number 6, Chelsea Bowpower Kinard. All right, Chelsea, thank you so much. Congratulations again.
Guys.
Thank you.
Still using an old golf GPS watch? It's time to upgrade to ShotScope. ShotScope isn't just a golf watch, it's a fully automated golf performance tracking system on your wrist. ShotScope gives you access to over 100 tour-level statistics, get putting analysis, short game breakdown, even find out how far you're booming your driver. All data is captured automatically by the groundbreaking ShotScope golf performance tracking system. ShotScope, the ultimate golf watch. Find out more at shotscope.com.
You'll hit it squarer, sweeter, straighter, and longer. I love the look of them, and with the extra width, they're the most comfortable golf shoes I've ever worn. They're called squares, and once you've played a round in them, you won't want to play another round in anything else. These completely new performance golf shoes will improve your stability and balance, and it's been proven in science. Balance equals power. There you go. To feel good and play my best, I wear squares. Now you can wear them too. Just go to getsquares.com to find out more. That's getsquares.com.
Go for warmth. Go for beauty. Go for a show. Go for flavor. Go for perspective. Go for love. Go for tranquility. Go for thrills. Go for color. Go for good. Go for Puerto Rico. Go now
For more information, the website is discoverpuertorico.com.
Golf talk for golfers on Big's Golf Talk. Back to Bill the Golf Father Cuevas and Big John Vick.
Welcome back to Big's Golf Talk right here on Native Family Radio, iHeartRadio, Spotify, all your Amazon devices. This segment is sponsored by Squares Shoes. If Sir Nick Faldo likes Squares Shoes, you should too. It's the best golf shoe he's ever worn. You want to maximize your distance? You want to knock strokes off your game? Well, get aligned. Get squared up. Squares Shoes is the only footwear you should be wearing on the golf course. Squares.com is their website. SQAIRZ.com. Big John Vick along with the Golf Father, Bill Cuevas, back with you, teeing it up here on the backside. And Billy, our next guest, I'll tell you what, I'm liking his putters, sniper putters. And
I like his ball.
Yeah, you take aim and fire and boom. And I would assume the ball, with the putter might be just a good combo all of its own. It's like, you have to have your bullets with your rifle,
Yep.
So the ball is the
Ammunition.
bullet, the putter is your rifle, and you just take aim. Now I'm just waiting for him to come out with a driver and come out with golf clubs or whatever the case might be, and just have the full arsenal.
You need a lot of help. Yeah, you need a lot of help. Absolutely. I agree with you. Everything you say, you need a lot of help. That's what breaks it down. So you need some sniper skills. We're going to have to train you well.
We gave away a sniper putter I think it was last month, the month before. I don't remember what it was, but
absolutely.
Shayna had won that contest, and we have heard from Shayna on how she's doing with the sniper putter, and she is loving the sniper putter, and she also had an Odyssey putter in her bag, and she chose to use sniper because she just likes the feel. She says it's the right distance, and she just likes how the ball rolls off the putter when she uses it. So congratulations again to Shayna, and we have had our next guest on the show before talking about the putter, but he has more to offer to the golfers out there. Clint Peters, CEO of Sniper Brand, is joining us here on Big's Golf Talk. Clint, welcome into Big's Golf Talk, my friend.
Hey, good morning, guys. Nice talking with you.
Now,
pleasure is ours.
Billy and I had a chance to test the golf ball that you have, the Sniper golf ball, and essentially just take aim and fire with the golf ball. And I like it. It's a two-piece ball. It's a distance ball. I would also say that it's a ball that would fit and suit the low swing speed of, possibly 90 and under, 95 and under, where they're going to be able to maximize their distance and feel. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's been out now since, I think one of the last times I was on. We released it around the PGA, and then it got paused a little bit with the virus and all that kind of stuff. And then just in the last 45 days or so, we've had a lot of people playing it. And I get a lot of that same response. It seems like the lower swing speeds seem to be getting a little bit maybe more distant, from it. I don't know if it's, the ability to compress it. It's about a 90-ish compression golf ball, and it seems to work really well for those swing speeds you were describing. Now, ironically, I've got an amateur long drive tour that we're the ball choice of, and those guys have swing speeds that I break in half if I tried to swing once, like that, and they've actually been impressed with it to the point they want to try to develop an actual long ball, or long drive ball, 100 compression, 110 compression type of thing as well. So we'll see what happens. There's a lot fewer of those guys that can swing like that than everybody else. So
that's
somewhere in the middle.
That's not to say, that a person with 100 mile per hour swing speed can't use the ball. They can. But to maximize what the ball is supposed to do in this particular sniper ball, it really benefits, like you said, the compression of the golf ball. There is a such thing as over compression when you swing too fast, and that's probably why your long drive hitter said, "Hey, we need a ball like this developed so we can actually maximize our distance." Because people that do swings, 98, 100 miles per hour, will see an increase in distance. Not much though. If you put this,
I actually saw. I saw. I was telling him before when I was talking before we scheduled him for the show that my problem was that I was hitting the ball farther, which was causing me to lose the ball because now I'm overshooting my greens.
Sure.
And when I was shooting, because there's a lot of layup holes here in Florida because of the water. So where I'm used to just dialing in, I was going into water. I was hitting into the water. And I told him it hurt me more to lose those balls because I was getting such good compression on them. And I played them in ultimate heat. So when you had the heat, weather plays a part.
Also, just to clarify, Billy, you and I are used to playing a 3-piece ball.
Yeah, I play most times. I'll play a 3-piece ball, but the biggest thing for me was the spin that I was still getting on the green. You know what I mean? That was key for me when I can get that kind of green and spin that I need to keep the ball and the control. So even though I was hitting the ball longer, I still had the control that I needed to make that ball bounce and stop. And that was key for me. That's why I was like, you know what? Because a lot of balls that you get the distance in, you're not going to get that checkup power. You're not going to get that spin that you would get off of your wedges and stuff like that. So that all around, it was a keeper for me. So it hurt me when I lost the balls. I felt really sad and my heart hurt. So yeah.
Yeah. And you know what's interesting? I've tried to test them on the machines, and I play pretty decent, but I'm not a pro. So I've had some like the Golf Tech professional do some testing on the machines and stuff. What's been surprising is what you just described as a 2-piece distance ball. It's vastly outperforming the other 2-piece distance balls in spin, but it's very, very close to, the main brand, recognizable balls that are double the price point. And these teaching pros have been, I would say, pleasantly surprised in the messages that I've gotten that it actually outperforms these balls that are double the price. And the difference where they start to see it is about 40 yards. Where it's because it's a 2-piece, the 40-yard check isn't quite what the other ones are. But what's weird is when you get around the greens, it still chips about the same. So yes. I always joke that it's a $23.99 a dozen golf ball. I make the joke the people who are catering to 2-piece balls and our golf ball are probably putting from 40 yards out anyway. For the spin and make a deal.
Well, let's be real, guys. I mean, you're 15, 16, 17, 20 handicappers. Essentially, they are playing a short game. They're playing a majority of a short game because either they're having problems getting to the green in regulation. So you're chipping, you're going to be putting, you're pitching, you're coming inside of 70 yards into the green, trying to score a par, for a 1-putt, whatever case might be. That's why the handicaps are as high as it is, because those are the guys that a birdie is very rare, and they're happy to get one when it comes. But par or bogey golf is what their goal is to play. And when it comes to a 2-piece ball, distance ball, such as a sniper ball that we're talking about, that is a ball that you are going to want to maximize your distance, but at the same time also have feel around the green.
And you have it. That's what I'm saying. I'm not a 40-yard in player. You know that.
Yeah, you overshoot greens like crazy.
I hate it. I like being 100 yards out. You know what I mean? I don't want to be anywhere near that 50-yard. I don't have to go with my 60-degree extra.
And where I'm a short game expert. I mean,
you like that stuff. I hate it.
Yeah.
I play to my 100 yards out. From my layup shots. But from those distances, watching the ball do what it can do. You know what I mean? And you learn to adapt. After the first round, when I saw that I kept overshooting it and overhitting it, I was like, that's the ball. So I dialed it back. I even went down, to be honest. I went down a club, and I was just playing. I mean, that's the mindset. Everything was identical. I just go down a club. So that one club that I was going down gave that extra 8-9 yards that I was getting was perfect for me, because now I put that mindset in and I started playing. Then I didn't lose my balls. So, and to me, I hate losing golf balls, period.
Right.
Especially those. It really hurt me.
And I've heard the same. I've heard the most common thing I hear from people is they're one club longer with irons.
Yes. And
which is a good thing to have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is absolutely true. It is. It really is true. It amazed me. And my friends were harassing me. They're like, dude, what did you eat this morning? I was like, dude, it's 7:00 in the morning. I ain't eat nothing.
Yeah.
I had nothing. It's the ball. And they're like, the ball's just, I think I overshot the front 9. I must have overshot every green. I was hitting the back. And I was like, wow. I said, what am I doing? And it wasn't me. It was actually the ball. I was doing the same thing that I normally do, but the ball was just carrying a lot farther. The apex on that ball was going higher. And I wasn't used to seeing the ball go as high as it goes. And then I started questioning my positioning of my ball. And I'm like, what am I doing? Am I doing it? No, it was just the ball. The ball was going up high. It was carrying longer. So I had to go back a little bit. I just went down a club and it actually helped my problem. So it's a really good, I mean, for the investment and for a 2-piece ball, I can't wait for you to come out the other balls because you can have a lot of happy customers.
Yeah, and we kind of, and I mentioned it the last time, we tried to come out with this ball first just for the fact there's a lot more players that are maybe above a 5-8 handicap that, are probably overpaying for the golf balls they're playing because it's probably not the ball,
Yes.
And we wanted an affordable option that was going to play very similar to to the tour balls, and people can see the comparisons. I put them on our on my social media. If you go follow, but I put the comparison up from the Golf Tech guy on there to actually show the surprising results that we're getting, and it really comes down to what I'm finding out is the materials you use in the core of the ball. A lot of golf ball companies, to increase margins, have gone away from, I guess you'd say, the top of the line materials inside their golf ball.
Yes.
Everybody's focused on the cover, and the soft feel and different things like that. And we kind of reversed it a little bit, where we went with the durable Surlyn cover, but we've got the high quality materials inside the golf ball. So what I hear and what I read and different things, there's the golf ball industry. There's a lot of, I kind of compare it to the craft beers, right? There used to be all the major distributors, and then the craft beer kind of came out, and now craft beers are hot, and there's different brands and stuff. It's very similar right now, I think, in golf balls. But a lot of things I see about some of the other, I guess you'd say, craft versions of golf balls are they'll hit 2 or 3 wedges and the cover's destroyed. So they might be paying $20-some a dozen or $34 a dozen or whatever they might be paying for the golf ball. But if you have to buy twice as many because you're only hitting them 6 shots, what's the point? You're really not saving any money.
Well, especially when you try to spin the ball and all of a sudden you get to the green and half the skin off the ball has come off already.
And that was happening with another name brand company. I had that issue, and I'm like, I was testing the balls out, and I'm like, I'm cutting this cover like I've never cut a ball before. And if you're cutting your ball that bad and that deep, with one shot, I was changing. I would go, if I don't lose a ball during the round, I'll play with the same ball the whole entire round. But it got to a point where I was using 3-4 balls because I was cutting the ball, and I don't cut the ball. And I'm like, nobody wants to use 3-4 times the ball so I could have spin.
And typically you're going to cut a ball with your short irons. Mm-hmm. And you're talking about your wedges, your 7, 8, 9, and your wedges. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it was crazy. And at that time, I had my indie wedges, and I was testing out both of them. I was testing the non-compliant and the one that's conforming, and the conforming one was shredding the ball. So I was like, well, I'm not talking about those balls anymore. But it was good that you talked about that core of the ball, because
it's very important, because I put it to the test. Bill, I know you put it to the test before having Clint back on to talk about golf balls. I know our last visit with Clint was about putters. But we had a chance to now test the golf ball, and I put a few rounds in testing this golf ball, and I could honestly tell you, I mean, without hitting one in the water, which hasn't happened yet, but I've played 3 rounds with one ball.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. They last. They're durable.
Right.
If you don't hit a cart path, or if you don't hit something
trees
that's that's going to scarf the ball's still in play. I still have my ball for the last 3 weekends. So, and I play twice a week. So the ball lasts, and I actually had some of my friends playing with like Randy. We had Randy on the show because once we got him fit, he got like an extra 100 yards on his drive because he's 6'5", and I was like, dude, you're playing the wrong stuff. You're playing the wrong stuff. When he hits that ball, and his swing speed's faster than mine, and he crushes that thing. He's getting close to 300 yards with no problem at all.
Okay, I know we're getting in a conversation. We have we have only a short amount of time here on Big's Golf Talk.
Yes.
Obviously, we have segments and stuff like that. But really quick, one question, and just a yes or no answer: are we going to see other colors in the Sniper Golf Ball?
Possibly.
Good. All right.
Yeah, but the people don't get to see the smirk
there's
that
a
he
tease.
just put on his face.
There's a tease. I'm a big fan of the bright green or the bright yellow. Now, I want to talk about something else before we let Clint go. Here's a quote by somebody. I love the Sniper brand, a company striving to help me make the lives of our veterans and combat injured a little better. When I see the logo with golf and the military combined, I smile. Send it. Clint, would you like to tell us who said that?
That quote is from David Faraday, who you might recognize.
No, we don't recognize David.
I just got goosebumps.
I love David.
I love David.
That was one of David is an amazing human being, period. You know what I mean? People look at him, and if they don't know his story, they should find out his story.
He's gone through his own personal trials and tribulations and ups,
He
downs, and rehabs and all that stuff. But to see him where he is today, and he even amidst those trials and tribulations still continue for him, but has a big heart. And
you know what he always says, right? He loves America.
He does love America, yes.
And he loves America. He loves our troops. He's a huge supporter of the Foes of Honor. That's where I was blessed to meet him and talk with him. I've been to his live shows. I mean, the man is a blessing. If you listen to what he has to say and what he does for the military, it's incredible, man. So when I saw that story, I was like, we're all over this.
Clint, let me ask you, David Faraday and Sniper Brand, are you guys in a partnership now?
Not a partnership. That he's got his Faraday's Troops First Foundation.
Yes.
Is I guess charity for combat injured and so forth. And it was a perfect alignment with us because we contribute a percentage of all of our sales to military charities and so forth. So it kind of goes back to Jay Delsing also has joined us, and he's played in nearly 700 PGA Tour events, and he played the golf ball and so forth. And him and Faraday are friends, and so it was a perfect alignment for us. And basically, what we're doing is we're giving them a percentage of every sale that happens, and hopefully our goal is to have our sales continue to grow and us be able to make a significant contribution to them, and we'll still have the ability to do things for all other charities and associations as well. It's just that's kind of the I guess you'd say the stone of what we're doing right now with that group, and we're excited about the I guess you could say affiliation.
I'll tell you what, I'm excited for you guys too with the affiliation. And just one thing for our listeners out there, for a portion of the proceeds going to a good cause, I mean, at $23.99 per dozen, if you get, and why not pick up 2 dozen, you get free shipping. I mean, right there, try paying $23.99 one month, and another $23.99 another month, and then you're going to be paying for shipping charges. You buy 2 dozen right off the bat and get free shipping, and put the other one on the shelf while you continue to play your first dozen. It's just, now they do have a trial pack for $6, and you can also buy them by bulk, and they have all that information on their website. Clint Peters, thank you so much for joining us here on Big's Golf Talk. How can they find out more information about Sniper Golf?
You can find us on the web at thesniperbrand.com, and Twitter is at Sniper Brand, Facebook is at Sniper Brand Golf, and Instagram's at Sniper Brand Golf as well.
There you go.
Follow their social media.
Very active. Yes, I do too.
I found out my up to date because Clint doesn't let us know. I got to find out on my own. I know you for a reason. I think you're one of the few people that actually got my number. Hit me up. Let me know ahead of time. I don't want to read David talking about it. I want to hear from you. I want first dibs. I'm calling first dibs. Come on.
All right, more Biggs Golf Talk coming your way right after this.
Have you ever seen a tour pro line up a putt with a dirty ball? No way. A clean ball rolls accurately, and accurate putts mean lower scores. The solution? Ready Putt. It's the putter cover reinvented. Ready Putt has a patented ball cleaner that's made to absorb and retain water. All you need to do is add water, and it remains wet throughout your round, giving your ball the perfect shine. It also has a magnetic surface to hold your ball marker and divot repair tool. Let's say you switch putters from round to round using a blade, mid-mallet, or large mallet. Ready Putt Original has you covered. Look, putting is hard enough. Accurate putts start with a clean ball, and a clean ball starts with Ready Putt.
For more information about Ready Putt, visit ReadyPutt.com. That is ReadyPutt.com. Clean it and sink it. The United States Golf Challenge, sponsored by Tito's Handmade Vodka, is searching for the country's best two-player teams to compete against an international field in the 54-hole Ryder Cup-style event, known prestigiously as the International Kings Cup. The International Kings Cup is played in remembrance of golf's greatest ambassador, Mr. Arnold Palmer, whose honesty, integrity, sportsmanship, and commitment to excellence represent the ideals for which the game of golf is known. The road to the Kings Cup begins with a national qualifier. Two-player teams compete in an 18-hole qualifier playing best ball using net scoring. For more information, to sign up, and to find a national qualifier near you, their website is usgolfchallenge.com. That is usgolfchallenge.com.
This is Big's Product of the Week. Each week, Big John and the Golf Father select a golf product to feature. Here is Big John Vick and Bill, the Golf Father Cuevas, with this week's Product of the Week.
Welcome back to Big's Golf Talk, right here on Native Family Radio, iHeartRadio, Spotify, all your Amazon devices, and your favorite podcast platform as well. This is Big's Product of the Week segment, and Big's Product of the Week is sponsored by U.S. Golf Challenge with Tito's Handmade Vodka. Happy birthday, America, and as you enjoy a great Tito's beverage, just remember, you must be 21 years of age to enjoy a great Tito's beverage, and friends don't let friends drive drunk, so just remember that this 4th of July weekend. Be safe, everybody, especially with the COVID-19 era right now. Got to be safe. Protect yourselves and protect others as well. Big John Vick along with the Golf Father Bill Cuevas here on Big's Golf Talk and Big's Product of the Week. And Billy, our Product of the Week is a company that you're very, very familiar with, and I'm somewhat familiar with just as of late because I got a pair for my lovely lady, Shayna. And Shayna has a pair of Tifosi Swank Pink Radiance sunglasses, and you know, compared to some of the big brands that she has used, her feedback from these sunglasses is, wow, these are really good sunglasses, and she really enjoys them, and especially for the price, Billy.
You can't beat it.
You can't beat it, and they're quality lenses and protect you from UV rays and all that stuff. Tifosi Optics is Big's Product of the Week. Billy, you've had some familiarity with Tifosi over the years. Tell us all about them.
Well, I'm going to give you a little background. Tifosi was formed by the co-founders, Joe and Elizabeth Farley. They identified that people needed high-quality value glasses. So they came up with the cycling industry in the beginning, and they just kept adding over time. They celebrate their 10-year anniversary back in 2013. So we're going on the big 20 in 3 years, man. 17 years in business. They continue to grow. They go in, they're in golf. They're in all kinds of sports and everything.
Fishing.
Even fishing. They even have prescriptions. So they have various sizes, small, medium, and large on the frames, which we know is important because, unfortunately, not everything is one size fits all. Some people have wider heads and they need that larger frame to fit across, but they cover all the aspects of the shade industry. I've been using them for many years now. They're my go-to, whether I'm golfing or bicycling or just hanging out. If I just want to go out and not really care. So I know you got the new pair for Shayna, and you said that she's really enjoying them. Mine took a fall when I was on one of my bike rides.
Oh, no.
And I got a nice scratch on my lens right in the middle, and it's driving me crazy. So Tifosi, if you're listening to this, I need to know how I can fix the scratch on that lens. But
I'd actually like to try their prescription service. And, as you know, I have tried one of the competitors' prescription, and I have a pair of those prescription glasses. But, you don't see many sunglass companies get into the prescription industry. As a matter of fact, I only know two. That's Tifosi and another company out there that has dipped into the prescription and offering styles of prescription that equals to a regular pair of sunglasses, which I really like, because a guy that wears glasses, I can't take advantage of some of the styles and colors that people are offered, but Tifosi seems to have that right on their website and everything else with the RX prescriptions, and you can actually pretty much put almost any prescription in any of the frames that they have.
Yeah, no, I see exactly what you're talking about. I mean, the prices that they have on their lenses and everything over here are really, really good value. I mean, some of the ones that I have, honestly, some of the companies are selling for $119, $150. They have it for $30.
They have a $30. I mean, some of the styles are up there in $70, but I don't see a pair of sunglasses over. I mean, Jesus, the Veloci Crystal Reds.
Yeah,
that looks like one of those name brands, and it just looks phenomenal. The Vero Tactical, I like that. When you're shooting a gun, and you have a pair of goggles, a pair of glasses on. Those kind of look like that, And I mean, they have so many different. I'm a huge wrap guy. I love my wrap sunglasses.
Yes. And unfortunately, that's one of the few things that I don't have are the wraparounds. I don't have the wraps.
Right.
And that's the only thing that I have, like when I ride, even though I still wear them because I love them. I'm not going to change them.
I'm looking at the Slice brand. It's just, man.
So, I want to try those too. I want to try the wraparounds because the air from riding gets underneath and then it dries out my eyes. So that's the only thing. But they're not made for riding. They're made for other stuff. So I'm interested to see how those would perform, more on the rider's side than just the hanging outside. Because that's the only thing that I've had. And I know with the wraparound, that should alleviate my problem of the air drying out my eyes.
And the new Sledge series, it just looks phenomenal. And, being 4th of July right now, they do have an Independence Day sale that's going on right now, 25% off selected styles.
Yes.
So head on over there.
Use the word independence, baby.
Yes.
Can you imagine that? That you can actually go and do that and just use that and say 25% already low prices. So
also,
you can't beat that.
Also on their on their brand. So if you buy a frame, you could actually change out the lenses, and they actually have a really easy tutorial on the lens changing instructions, and that's what I like about it as well. So once you buy a pair of sunglasses, you're not just a customer, but they also offer different type of things and videos and guides and all that stuff to help you maximize that pair of sunglasses you have just purchased from Tifosi.
Well, they got a famous pair of glasses, and I might have had some inspiration behind it. I'm not sure. I'm not confirming that it's true. But Billy's from the Bronx. So they got a pair called the Bronx. You know what I mean? So those look really cool. My attention went to that right away. So you know what we should do, Biggs?
What's that?
We have a phrase, right?
We already have a phrase that pays. Yes, we do.
But I'm thinking, man, maybe they have a bonus. Maybe somebody kind of missed it and they don't have it. Maybe we can put a bonus. Just use either one and make the Bronx. But it has to be DA, the Because you don't say it's the Bronx.
All right, so hold on. Let me do this right, and then you go ahead and give it. Ready? Hold on.
Yep.
The second phrase of the week.
The Bronx.
The Bronx. So
DA, baby.
But listen, you got to check out Tifosi sunglasses, the Swank series where sport meets life. You know, are you swank? Are you swick? Boy, Tifosi really has some answers for you. You know, no matter if it's cycling, running, golf, fishing, safety glasses, they offer for you. They have an Asian fit. They have readers. They have RX ready. They have interchangeable lenses, phototech, polarized, and color enhancing, in-living color enhancing, Billy.
Yep.
Both for men and women and unisex as well. So Tifosi really offers a great opportunity. I don't know if you want to call it opportunity, but offer a great option, if you will, to protecting your eyes when you're outdoors.
Yeah.
No matter what sport you're in.
Yeah, 25%, baby. Go get your 25% off. It couldn't have been better. We didn't even plan it. We just already chose them as product of the week, and now you get an extra 25% off their already low prices. Can't beat that.
Check them out. It's TifosiOptics.com. That's Tifosi, TIFOSIO Optics. I'm sorry. Check them out at TifosiOptics.com. That's TIFOSI Optics.com. TIFOSI Optics.com. All right. That does it for another Biggs Golf Talk right here on Native Family Radio, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and all your Amazon devices. Don't forget to follow us and like us on our podcast. Follow us on YouTube as well. And we got some big trips coming up, so we're looking forward to being live at some of these events that we're going to be at. So stay tuned and follow us because that's the only way you're going to hear. Also, this weekend and this weekend only, Folds of Honor New Mexico is giving away a 4th of July giveaway. So be sure to check out Folds of Honor New Mexico social media to find out what they're giving away and how you can enter to win. And also, there's a challenge out there for all the chapters of Folds of Honor to become the Wingman Challenge for Folds of Honor Corporate. So they're going to have a little competition chapter-wise, but become a wingman today as little as $13 a month, Billy.
That's awesome. What do we win?
I don't know what we win when New Mexico beats everybody.
That's the wrong answer, Big. We all win because they're supporting our military.
You know what? You're right. You're right.
That's all.
Yes.
Military families are winners. It doesn't matter what we get. It matters what the families get.
Yes.
We're providing scholarships. That's the only thing that matters.
So
everything is
when you give, we all win. So there you go.
That's
Become
right.
a wingman today as little as, you could do as more than $13 a month if you want, but as little as $13 a month, you can stand with us with the Folds of Honor and actually support Folds of Honor New Mexico locally as well. When you click on that link at Folds of Honor New Mexico, it will ask you in a drop-down what chapter you're supporting. Please, please, please support our home chapter, Folds of Honor New Mexico. For Bill the Golffather Cuevas, for Amanda the Golf Diva Robertson, I'm Big John Vick. This has been Biggs Golf Talk. And until next week, everyone,
you matter.
It's Saturday morning. We're gonna play golf. The wife is moaning. We're gonna play golf. The kids are all screaming like someone's gonna die. The grass needs mowing, it's 2 feet high. But the boys are cold, so we're gonna play golf. Golf course, here I come. Play golf. It'll turn you lazy. Play golf. It'll make you crazy. So shot, Arnold. In-laws are coming over. We're gonna play golf. The smoke alarm's beeping. We're gonna play golf. Forecast is calling for all kinds of rain. Preacher man says we ought to be ashamed. The Lord have mercy, y'all. We're gonna play golf. Whoa, where'd that come from? Play golf. It'll turn you lazy. Play golf. It'll make you crazy. Something strange happens to your brain when you take a big swing at that little black ball. It don't matter if we win or we lose. Even birdie par or double bogey too. The boys are calling, so we're gonna play golf. Lucky putt. We don't always act like we should. We wanna play like Tiger Woods. The boys are calling, so we're gonna play golf. Play golf. It'll turn you lazy. Play golf. It'll make you crazy. Something strange happens to your brain when you take a big swing at that little white ball. It don't matter if you win or lose. Even birdie par or double bogey too. The boys are calling, so we're gonna play golf. Nice double bogey. It don't matter if we win or lose. Even birdie par or double bogey too. The boys are calling, so we're gonna play golf. Yeah, the boys are calling, so we're gonna play golf. Hey, where'd you learn to play golf? Where? The putt-putt course?
You'll hit it squarer, sweeter, straighter, and longer. I love the look of them, and with the extra width, they're the most comfortable golf shoes I've ever worn. They're called squares, and once you've played a round in them, you won't want to play another round in anything else. These completely new performance golf shoes will improve your stability and balance, and it's been proven in science. Balance equals power. There you go. To feel good and play my best, I wear squares. Now you can wear them too. Just go to getsquares.com to find out more. That's getsquares.com.
Go for warmth. Go for beauty. Go for a show. Go for flavor. Go for perspective. Go for love. Go for tranquility. Go for thrills. Go for color. Go for good. Go for Puerto Rico. Go now.
For more information, the website is discoverpuertorico.com.